Welcome to another video. A new model has hit the town, and it's CodeGeeX4-ALL-9B. Yes, I know it's a complicated name. So, let's call it CodeG. This model is a new model trained specifically for coding tasks based on the GLM49B model that was actually a quite cool model from the same company. This model is also just 9 billion parameter, which makes running it on local devices quite easy. They say that the open source version of the latest CodeGeeX4 model series. It is a multilingual code generation model continually trained on the GLM49B, significantly enhancing its code generation capabilities. It can support comprehensive functions such as code completion and generation, code interpreter, web search, function call, repository-level code Q&A, covering various scenarios of software development. They say that it is currently the most powerful code generation model with less than 10B parameters, even surpassing much larger general-purpose models, achieving the best balance in terms of inference speed and model performance. So, they say that it's pretty cool. It also has a 128K context limit, which is also quite cool. But now let's look at the benchmark. In the Human Evil benchmark, it beats Codestral, DeepSeek Coder, and Llama 370B, which is all almost twice or above the size of this model, which is quite cool. In the MBPP benchmark, it lags behind a little from all the other model, but it's still pretty cool considering its size. In the NCB benchmark, it also shows similar results as the MBPP benchmark. LCB also shows similar results, and Human Evil also shows similar results, although it beats DeepSeek Coder 33B model. CruxEval also shows similar results. One thing that I don't understand is, why is there no mention of Qwen and DeepSeek Coder V2 in this benchmarking? My skepticism about these benchmarks keeps getting higher. It seems like the companies don't want you to tell about the models that may perform better than this. Anyway, in the big code bench, it tops in its size. But, if you look closely, the DeepSeek Coder V2 is even better, although being a little above its size. In the needle in a haystack evaluation, it is also pretty good. The model is available on Hugging Face, but it's not yet available on Llama. I think that it should get available in the coming days. There's also a Hugging Face space through which we can try it out. So, that's what I'll be using to do my own testing and finding out if it works as the benchmarks say. I'll be using these questions to evaluate it as I do with all of my models. These questions range from simple language tasks to coding tasks. Let's check it out. The first question is, what is the number that rhymes with the word we use to describe a tall plant? The answer to this should be 3, because it rhymes with tree, or 9, because it rhymes with vine. Let's send it and check. Okay, so it answers it correctly. This one's a pass. Next question is, I have 2 apples, then I buy 2 more. I bake a pie with 2 of the apples. After eating half of the pie, how many apples do I have left? The answer to this should be 2. Let's send it and check as well. Okay, so it doesn't answer it correctly. This one's a fail. Next question is, Sally is a girl. She has 3 brothers. Each of her brothers has the same 2 sisters. How many sisters does Sally have? The answer to this should be 1. Let's see if it can answer it or not. Okay, so here's the answer. It doesn't answer correctly. So, this one's also a fail. The next question is, if a regular hexagon has a short diagonal of 64, what is its long diagonal? The answer to this should be 73.9. Let's see if it can answer it correctly or not. Okay, so here's the answer. It tried really hard, but failed in this one as well. So, let's mark it. Now, the next questions are coding-based, which should be, It's strong suite. The first question in this category is, create an HTML page with a button that explodes confetti when you click it. You can use CSS and JS as well. Let's send the prompt and see if it can generate it or not. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it and check. Okay, it shows the button and everything, but when I click on it, it doesn't work. I don't know what's the issue, but it fails in this one as well. So, let's mark it. The next question is, write a Python function that prints the next 20 leap years. Reply with only the function. Let's send it and check. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it. Okay, this works fine. It prints the years and everything. So, let's mark it a pass. The next question is, generate the SVG code for a butterfly. Let's send it and see if it can generate the SVG. Okay, so here's the code. Let's run it and check. Okay, this looks nothing like butterfly, although I think it looks a little like Baby Yoda. Anyway, this one's a fail. Let's mark it. The next question is, write an HTML page. This HTML page is a landing page for an AI company. They prefer a modern and minimal-looking interface with animations. Let's see if it can create anything good. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it. This isn't anything extraordinary. Phi3, which is 2 times lower than the size of this, was able to create something like this. It doesn't make anything better. But because it wrote the thing and created something, I'll give it a pass on my goodwill. Next and last question is, write a game of life in Python that works on the terminal. I know for a fact that this wouldn't work, but let's see. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it. Okay, this doesn't work as expected. Now, here's the final chart. I don't know what to say about this model. It isn't anything extraordinary. It only passes in 3 tests, and it wouldn't have even scored this number if I wouldn't have given a goodwill marks on this 8th question. I don't know why this model is made, although they say that it's a coding model. It performs the same as Phi3, which is a general language model. I don't know what to say. You should instead use DeepSeek Coder 3B or Phi3 or Qwen2 because they are literally good, unlike these models. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.